Hello everybody, welcome one and all to another edition of Nickyflix Gaming. This is just the second edition that I've ever done of this. Don't have long to play today, but I figured I'd get 20 minutes of Starfighter Assault in. I have an appointment at the top of the hour. And I have about 20 minutes to get this in. So let's give it a go. We got Dakar, the resistance base, evacuation. I firmly hope that I can be the resistance because God, do I love those A-Wings. I wish there was a way for these load screens to go faster. Ugh. Well, we can't always get
If the resistance get that scrap heap operational, it may prove dangerous. Focus fire.
Oh, missed that completely. Alright. Use the TIE Special Forces Fighter. I've made it no secret that I do not like playing as the Empire First Order. Especially not as the First Order, because usually when I'm the Empire, I usually play as the TIE Bomber. And there is no bomber for the First Order yet. Again, it's one of those things where I wish they would just reskin a regular TIE Bomber. There's a lot of debris here. Stop someone's kill streak. Sorry about that. Of course, the evacuation of Dakar was one of the best scenes in The Last Jedi. This level doesn't really capture the magic that was in that scene, that whole entire sequence. And again, I bring up, I don't understand why they didn't release more ships in each era. You have those great resistance bombers in The Last Jedi, which would have been perfect to put on Star Wars Battlefront 2. But it seems, again, a case of laziness, that they just didn't want to spend the money or the time on the model to make it, and they released the game anyway. For a game I don't like very much, I do play it a lot. Because at the end of the day, it's still Star Wars. I may not like the game, I don't like what it represents, I don't like that I can't play Starfighter Assault offline with my friends who aren't necessarily as good at playing online play and who don't have an Xbox Live account. So, until they get Starfighter Assault in arcade mode, I'm gonna be doing that. Quite literally. Let's try the other fighter.
Engaging enemy.
Even on these ships that... Uh-oh. I think they definitely didn't have that many cruisers in The Last Jedi, but one of those cruisers was the cruiser Nika, I think. Of course, the main cruiser was the Raddus, named after the great Admiral Raddus. It was. Yeah, I just don't do as well with the Imperial fighters. Whoa, this dude just kind of bounced off my eyes.
We almost have them. All forces prepare for the final push. I should thank you.
I forgot it was the special forces stuff. Just waiting for the laser barrage and then there's no barrage.
Every enemy death is
That was
so
too
victory.
close.
Enemy has missiles.
That's one of the things I like about these levels. They have debris or nearby spaceships. You can use it. Very good defense items. It's more fun to spectate.
We've got backup.
Well, I have enough for a hero ship, but none of the hero ships are available. If you play this game, I bet you hate it.
First order is here.
I'm almost done.
Going back to the evacuation of the car in The Last Jedi itself,
All field generators
I don't know if this is a
disabled.
popular
In-house
opinion or not.
resistance is Starfighters.
I wish that they'd swapped actresses. And it's nothing against the actress that plays Rose. I just think maybe they and maybe that moment, the evacuation of Dakar, where Paige Tico dies, would have less of an impact
Engaging enemy.
if it was played by the actress that played Rose.
Target down.
But honestly, I look at those sisters, and
Press the advantage.
Paige was the far just more heroic, better character of the two. And it's a shame that both her and Captain Kennedy was another character in that first scene that was only in that scene. It's just one of those great characters that gone too soon in the Star Wars universe. With them for one sequence, definitely made an impact on the fan base. And they're gone, just like that.
Well done. Let's finish them off.
One of the things I noticed, and I'm not sure if anybody can tell me
We're under attack.
what's going on with that. I think John Boyega actually plays Gunner in the first Resistance sequence, the evacuation of the Resistance base. I remember there being behind the scenes, footage of him in a gunning
I'm
uniform.
dead.
And then when the movie came out, Finn was never in that. So
Well done.
I have to assume that maybe he was just one of the extras in the space sequence, one of those gunners that died that never showed his face. Which honestly wouldn't be out of the norm because Mark Hamill also played two characters in the movie. He played,
Enemy on your tail.
he was the voice of one of the puppets in Can't Fight, which was not a great sequence for me. It was just too Harry Potter. I call it Fantastic Beasts, and why are they in my Star Wars movie? I just... A lot of people compare it to the pod racing scene. I may be unpopular in this opinion, but I think the pod racing scene was far superior to that Bob Eater chase. The sound design alone in that pod racing scene, and what they were able to do at that time with the visual effects. Something in that era just was unmatchable. We see a lot of it today. A lot of full CG sequences.
That was more difficult than expected. Soon their base will be destroyed, but
There are
many
still
escape.
some that do not hold up. Don't hold a candle to that pod racing scene. I know a lot of people hate that scene. They hate little Anakin pod racing. I don't. I love it. I love it when his little pod is coming up behind, and it's sort of engulfed by the giant, huge Goliath of Sebulba's pod. And you just hear that sound of... You feel the tension. And Anakin uses the Force to win that race. To free himself. To save his friends. And that father-year chase, I mean... What was it? They ran through a city, destroyed a bunch of stuff. It ended up not mattering. Sure, it mattered to Broom Kid, but... mattered to the father years, but who else did it matter to? Those father years are probably going to be running amok all over Cantonica. Eventually, they'll be recaptured. You gotta think. And just, it wasn't a strong message. Like, animal rights and stuff. We need to care about these animals that aren't real.
There's a Star Destroyer
Didn't work for
repairs at the shipyard.
And again, I don't mean to bring it up again. It's just, maybe if the actress that played Paige had played Rose,
Destroying those cruisers
those
is the
sequences
first
would have
step.
been more meaningful.
Engaging enemy forces.
But for me, they just... It kind of showed Finn to be an impressionable character who will submit to ideals that aren't his.
I'll cover you.
I mean, he just met Rose that day. And she's telling her one political view of the galaxy. And he's suddenly subscribing to it without really even knowing it. Even knowing Cantonica. He thought that place was great when he first got there. Rose says one sentence and his mind changes. It weakened Finn for me, and I don't like that because I think Finn's a great character. And I think he had a solid arc in that movie, but I don't think that his reasoning...
Good work.
Rose didn't
Our
inspire
Wildlings
me
finished their bumping run.
to believe in her
We'll never get
ideals.
through while those Imperial cruisers
So
are still
how
there.
could it inspire somebody like Finn, who was running away, who was fearing for his life, for his friend's life, for Rey? He just wanted to keep Rey safe. So that's just something that kind of bothered me. I didn't... It's not that I didn't agree with Rose's ideals. Of course you shouldn't abuse animals and children. But
Entering the
she
fight.
just didn't sell it. It wasn't a strong enough argument for you should put your life on the line for this.
One cruiser down, one to go.
Now, Rey, on the other hand, that is a strong enough argument. Because she's the future. She's the future of the Jedi. She's the future of the Force.
Nice. Where'd you learn to fly?
And that was something that Rian Johnson kind of wanted to do with Rose Tico, was she is not the chosen one. Like, that is something I remember him saying early on. But, I don't know, I just... First time I saw that movie, I liked the character. Second time I saw the movie, I didn't understand what I saw the first time. And I love Kelly Marie Tran, the actress that plays Rose Tico.
I don't like our chances if we lose another.
It's just... what she had to do in the movie.
You sure you're not a Jedi?
So I hope in episode
That
9,
dock is heavily
I'm assuming
shielded.
she'll be in
We'll need to
episode
target
9.
those generators.
I don't want them to pursue
Lost
that
the Cobra
romance
wings.
with her and
Protect those
Finn.
bombers.
I don't even think Finn was necessarily interested in that in the context of what the character wanted.
May the Force
But,
be with us.
yeah, I don't know what's next for Rose Tico, but I hope it's better than what we got in the last Jedi. And hey, I love The Last Jedi. I don't want people thinking I'm knocking on The Last Jedi. It's just, if I had to say, like, what one problem with The Last Jedi was, that would be it. I know a lot of people that would agree with me. And I crashed into that turret. Well, almost got a hero ship. Now, I suppose I should talk about...
Take down those shield generators.
The...
Then we can go after
I don't
the
like to call it
Star
the
Destroyer.
death. I call it the transcendence of Luke Skywalker. For me, I view that as him
Nice shooting.
willingly becoming one with the Force. Not necessarily dying. I know, like, to us, in the cosmic sense, yes, he's dead. Or in literal sense, he's dead. But in the cosmic sense, he's more just transcended into a new form. And I think we could see him popping up, maybe not as a Force, a traditional Force ghost. I'd like to see them do something new with that. Like maybe he can maintain. We saw that Yoda could do Force lightning. I wouldn't put it past Luke Skywalker to be involved in a lightsaber battle. I wouldn't.
The
And
shields around the dock are still in place. Destroy
there's
those
some
generators.
people, I know, John
Generator
Campio,
down. Continue.
thinks that there's a 10% chance that Luke is not even dead. That's just a new Force power that he used. Force teleport.
Enjoy that.
Where he could go wherever he wanted to be able to move. So, I think there's a chance we could see Luke in a very physical form. Not just in an astral form, but in a physical form.
Another down. Making headway.
Careful! What's behind you?
What is this thing? I don't know if anybody else has a problem with this when I play these games. My eyes get really watery. Alright, let's see what I can do with Dameron.
Form up on me.
I love that booster. Tokyo Drift in Space, as Ryan Johnson said.
Torpedo away.
Our numbers are
Got a little
starting to
cooked,
get
but I'm
thin.
okay.
Wrap this up or we'll have to disengage.
Oh, taking heavy fire. BB-8 fixed that for me. Whoa, there's a lot of them. Here comes the parade.
That's got it.
That was a shame. I think too many people saw me stick out like a sore thumb in that T-70 orange X-Wing. Well, we lost. But I did well. Oof. Well, that's it for me for this video of Nickyflix Gaming.
We've lost too
Hope you
many.
guys liked.
Drink the
Subscribe
fire
to the
with it.
channel. Subscribe to Nickyflix, that is. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, at Nickyflix. Let us know what we can do better. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.